Join four friends as they search the latitudes of London for a close-up look at history. We'll travel over 121 degrees east from San Francisco to the Prime Meridian in Greenwich. Then it's a day at the British Museum, a trip to Bath and Stonehenge, and a debate with the speakers of Hyde Park. All of this and more starts now. We spent each night of our week in London at the Somerset in the Bayswater section of town. The room provided a comfortable place to return to each night. A small kitchen, a simple bath, and a comfortable bed were all we needed. Well, now that we're rested up, it's time to explore the city. And we have a week-long tube pass with unlimited tickets to ride. Our first destination, Greenwich. Longitude 0, the Prime Meridian. We're on our way.
She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. She said that living with me is bringing her down, yeah.
Hey Paul, mind that gap. Mind that gap. Wow, that was close. Could have taken the train and tube all the way out to Greenwich, but instead chose to stop just on this side of the river and walk through an underground tunnel and get to Greenwich that way.
Well, come on. We need everybody.
Hey, the first thing we see is the Cuddy Sark. An old sailing vessel. While it's no longer on the water, it's on the land. It's still a neat thing to see.
Yes, please. No, sure.
We walked through the town of Greenwich and then headed up the hill towards the National Observatory and the Prime Meridian. The Royal Observatory's been here for hundreds of years and marks 0 degrees longitude. In the old days, that ball on top of the ceiling was dropped at noon to signal to ships down in the harbor so they could set their chronometers or clocks. Wait a minute.
1676 is when this was built.
Prime Meridian's a neat place to stand. You can keep one foot in the western hemisphere and the other in the eastern. Royal astronomers look through their telescopes to keep track of the movement of the stars, the sun, and the planets. This telescope is supposed to be showing planet Pluto. Let's take a look. Hey, it was Pluto.
A little bit more on the eastern side.
Below the Royal Observatory is the Royal War College. This was Nelson's last resting place as his casket was brought in here after the Battle of Trafalgar.
Well, come on, let's go.
Speaking of Nelson, there's a chance to get our picture with his statue. Now, well, time to head into the tavern. Supposedly, people like Charles Dickens once ate here, and probably even used the restroom. We took the ferry up the river to return to London. The trip showed us the Tower Bridge and a lot of really neat sights.
Please be guided by them. Emergency exits are clearly marked. Please take note of them now. Buoyancy aids for the use in emergency are stored in marked compartments.
Paul, are we here yet?
Yeah, almost.
This is where we walked all the way down to?
Yeah, see?
Here I am.
My God, there's a bazillion people here. What is this?
This looks like a bus stop to me. Okay, there it is.
So which one?
So, oh, is that
What's
Is that the
This one's got
picture?
a bridge behind it. There's a bridge on
This is it right here.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, go for it.
What's that?
That's good. You want to take your sunglasses off? Yeah, take home without your sunglasses.
Height and everything.
going?
He has to go read the story before he can tell you what it's all about.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get your money
The British Museum holds many of the world's great archaeological treasures. Most famous are the Elgin marbles, which once decorated the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. They were truly spectacular. Many of the marbles had been defaced over the years as paganism fell out of style. But even today, many of their poses look familiar. Okay, I think we've seen one too many marble. Let's move on. Gotta have a picture of the Egyptian boat from 1900 BC. Next day, we boarded a bus for a day trip out to Bath and Stonehenge. Couldn't pass up an opportunity for a Cornish pasty.
This was a religious spa. But for the people who lived here, this was exactly the same as every other Roman bathhouse. Everywhere the Romans went, they built baths. Every single town and settlement had them. Most people weren't fortunate enough to have bathrooms in their own home, so if they wanted to get clean, they had to come to facilities like this one. It's filling and emptying all of the time. All of the hot water comes straight from our spring underneath that flat stone in the far corner. It all goes out right by where we started the tour, through that cut in the rock that you can see. It goes underneath the Roman pavement and ends up in the massive Roman drain, which you may have seen as we came out to the museum. That Roman drain again is working today as it did 2,000 years ago. It takes the water about 300 metres over in that direction, and it all empties out into the River Avon. So every single day, all of our hot
say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows, only time. We gotta
As the overcast cleared, the mysteries of Stonehenge remained. Two blokes appeared all over town for Easter services.
Yeah, George Orwell lived there.
Portobello Road was home to a Saturday street fair, and we enjoyed the sights. Okay. Oh, I missed.
Did you get that, Paul?
You gonna put one in, Paul?
No, I'm okay.
Debates about God. And the Pythagoreans was
My God is what God is his God, sir.
Yeah, he doesn't tell you. This is the only difference. He doesn't tell you that he's a sufferer. That is your husband with the dark glasses, yeah?
Thank you.
Oh, that one is your husband. Your husband. Yeah.
What do you mean of God? If you mean by the laws of gravity and nature and the movements of the planets and the physical balance of Earth and the movements of the tides and the seasons and the trees, you call that God, and I would call that God. The praying to that is emotional waste of time, a complete waste of time. Why don't people cotton on to spending their whole life in a mosque, a church or a synagogue, praying for this, that and the other? There's no God, it's a cruel, ruthless world. Children are born and die, little baby girl is bombed in Baghdad for no reason. An old man like Stalin lives out his life in luxury and comfort. There's your just God. So atheism must be true.
Absolutely. It's produced for sale. It's commercially produced. So therefore, if you have to eat commercially produced food, you are what you eat. You're commercially produced. Capitalism is the mass production of human life for commerce, for buying and selling. That has real freedom, because if you're eating free food, then you must be free.
I might visit Newcastle in order to see.
Well, nobody joined up with the socialists, but we sure had a great time
look,
listening
those
to all the
lesbians are
arguments.
leaving already. Typical. Anyway.
But the sun's coming out here. Enjoy this. Oh.
I might visit Newcastle in order to see your mom. So, look, those lesbians are leaving already.
Our last evening in London was spent visiting the Tower Bridge and the Tower of London at night. Well, after a view of London at night, it's time to pack up and get ready to head back. We hope you've enjoyed watching this video and will join us next time.
One more song.
How about this one then, as you're from the States? For he we've been traveling, for he will find the star on the boats and on the planes. He that come into America, never looking back again. That's enough. I think I'm done.
American Idol, come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
We can do it again.